Hello? Hello. Sorry, I didn't set up the lamp, so we got the dark lighting again. But hello everyone. Hi, hi, hi. How is everyone doing today? Another day, another dollar. My cat's eating my yogurt. Hey. I'm having the Chobani Phillips Almond Coco Loco. It's the best yogurt. I'm tired. I'm genuinely so tired, but I literally did nothing today. But it involved the few things that I did do today involved driving, and it just wipes me out. But I'm trying to stream every day for 30 days to just kind of get back in the swing of things and to figure out a schedule. This is my problem I feel like is that yo Chris, hi, how are you? It's like I think the struggle that I have with streaming right now is that the jobs that or like the things that I do, like it's like not consistent. I don't have a consistent schedule, so it's hard to like schedule streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like today I had sat down, I was like in such a good mood to stream. I had like an idea to stream for a couple hours at least at like 5 or something. And literally right as I opened OBS, I got a call from my roommate being like, "Hey, can you help me with something? I'll pay you to help me." And I was like, "Okay." I can't say no to the money right now, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Me and my cat share my yogurt. She eats the part of the yogurt that's left on the lid because my yogurt has chocolate in it and I don't want her to eat the chocolate, so I let her lick the lid. So I'm thinking because it's already late and I also don't want to stream for too long because I know that I'm just gonna get drained. I think I'll just play Minecraft again. I was gonna do like an earlier stream. I was gonna be like, me being productive, be productive with me, and stuff like that. That ain't what happened. Okay. So, I did my makeup today. I got ready. I went outside today. I dropped my roommate off at the airport and had to drive back. The driving to the airport is like traumatizing. But theoretically, it should be easier for me to stream this weekend because there's one less person in the apartment to kind of like have to worry about like making sure timing lines up and stuff. Yeah. I got into an accident like a month ago at the airport. So it was a very emotional journey for me. I literally drove past the area that I got into the accident and it was really stressful. It was not even a big accident. Like nobody got hurt or anything. So it shouldn't be so stressful, but it still is. Also, I want to have time to read tonight. So I'm prioritizing that over streaming. So I'm not gonna. I also think I need to have like a bedtime for streaming. Yes, because I want to start a new book because I just finished. I finished one of the books I was talking about yesterday. I finished one of these books. That pink looking one. Wait, it's hard to point. That one. And so I need to read this one down here. And that one I feel like I can read in a night, in one night, depending on how much time I spend reading. But if not, I can bring it with me. to doing tutoring. Um, Sorry for being rude. What are you reading right now, Chris? I also realized it's better to stream for a small amount of time with energy than to force myself to stream for so long. Also, it's really sad because I opened this earlier. And now I'm just drinking it because it's open, but I think I'm just going to put it away. Brandon Sanderson. Bro, that name is so familiar. Brandon Sanderson. I'm pretty sure I read a book by Brandon Sanderson. Words of Radiance. I don't think it was that one. But I know I went through a phase where I was like, oh, I really like this author. No, I was like this, like, I don't know if it was Mistborn. It was a book. It was like a dystopian book. It was like it gave like Divergent vibes. I'm pretty sure it was by Brandon Sanderson. I can't even remember the plot very well. But I'm pretty sure he's a pretty good author because I actually remember the name. Hi, Breadcrumbs. Hi, how are you? Yeah, Brandon Sanderson. I've definitely heard the name. Like there's a couple artists I know by name, but not very many. You know, somebody I want to get more into reading is Ray Bradbury. Ray Bradbury. I read Fahrenheit 451 or something like that. That was in high school, and then I read a couple of his short stories, and they're really good. I think. Wait, I think Fahrenheit is by Ray Bradbury, but I want to read a couple of books. Yeah, Fahrenheit was really really good. Um, yeah. Also, my cat's like sitting right here, like right in front of my monitor. She's so cute. She's just like sitting here waiting for something to happen. Thank you. Yeah, I got my hair done at the beginning of July, but I think in different camera like lighting and stuff it just looks different too. I just finished A Song of Ice and Fire and I feel empty. Nothing I read hits. Oh, bro, I hate that feeling. That's what I'm worried about because like so I'm like obsessed with this TV show called Heartstopper, right? And it's based off of this graphic novel by Alice Oseman, and then Alice Oseman also writes other books, and so there's a couple more books. I finished the one I finished was like in the same universe, like it's a character, like a side character in the show, but she's like the main character of the book. Um, like one of the main character's sisters is the main character of the book, and then I have like this one is like it's like a novella, so it's like a pretty easy read called Nick and Charlie. It's like the same main characters from the TV show, but it's just like a small book about them that like I want to read, but I know I'm gonna read it really quickly because it's a super like YA novel kind of thing. So it's like you can tell by the way that the words are written like on the page, like it's a pretty quick read. Um, and then there's one more book that's about another character in the graphic novel like TV show series thing, because the TV show is based off of a graphic novel. Um, and then there's like two other books, I think, just two other books that are not related to the characters from the graphic novel, but I'm like worried already about finishing reading everything because then I'm gonna run out. And like I've already reread the comic twice and I've watched the TV show like 10 times. So I'm worried. But I think that what I might do in the meantime is like after I read certain books, I've been trying to do like record myself reading I've been trying to record myself read and then like upload those like I did before. So I was reading Percy Jackson, but something about reading Percy Jackson again just doesn't hit because I feel like I'm expecting to feel like all the emotions that I felt when I read it originally when I was a kid. But like I think because I've listened to the story so many times, like, like heard the story through the movies like so many times and then like the TV show that just came out, it just doesn't hit because I feel like I've heard the story way too many times, I guess. And like there's something about being 12 years old and reading Percy Jackson that hit different, I guess, that I just can't really relate to as much. But I also feel annoyed because I'm just trying to get through the Lightning Thief, like the first book, because I know like once I hit like the third book, it gets like good. Um it's very hard for me to read YA fiction. I just can't anymore. Yeah, like I don't know. For me, I don't know if it's just because I haven't read in a really long time, but it's really nice reading these YA novels because it's just like I think that also the fact that like the ones I'm reading right now, they're like not fantasy or anything like that. So it's easy to keep up because there's nothing like I have to learn. Like I don't have to like rebuild a world in my brain that's supposed to so I can comprehend what's going on in the story if that makes sense. Hi Sigil, how are you? Um so it's like yeah, even if I like kind of miss something, like it's easy to fill in the gaps cuz it's rooted in our reality kind of thing. And again, they're really easy reads, so it feels really accomplishing to like just go through and be able to finish like a book really quickly and stuff like that. Um but I do remember like when I used to read more regularly that like it just got to yeah, reading like YA fiction, it kind of just starts feeling like I have to deal with all these problems in real life. Why would I read about somebody else that's fictional dealing with all these problems? That's though that's honestly the way I feel about a lot of TV shows that are like that take themselves really seriously. Like if it's like a comedic show like, Parks and Rec and those kind of like I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Manny when he puts it on and where it's like it doesn't take itself seriously, so it's just like entertaining. But whenever it's like a lot of times when it's like a live action TV show that's just about life, and it's like like a drama, I just can't watch it because it's like, bro, I have to deal with this shit every single day to begin with, and like deal with everybody else's, all my friends going through this shit. Like I don't want to sit down and then like spend the time that I'm supposed to be spending relaxing watching other people have to deal with this shit, but it's all fake and made up. Anyway, like there's no reason for me to be feeling stressed out or like whatever, having to deal with somebody like yelling or whatever because it's like ugh, why would I deal with that on a TV screen if I'm just dealing with that in real life anyways. Yeah, no. How childish sad Vino. Homegirl drop it like the Nasdaq. Honestly I can't do TV shows anymore. I just be reading. Yeah, it's really hard for me to watch live action shows. I watch a lot of cartoons. It's like I've definitely regressed. I feel like I've regressed since high school. I like all I do is watch cartoons. Or like the reason why I really like Heartstopper, like the TV show I'm obsessed with, it's like it's very like there's cartoony aspects in it where like they edit it to be kind of like cartoony and stuff, but it's also like such like an idealized version of the world. Like things they touch on like heavy things that are real that and like are real problems and stuff like that, but like they do it in such a way where it's like you always know it's gonna be okay in the end and stuff like that. And so like I think that's the reason why I love it so much, and that's the only reason why I feel like it's a live action TV show that I can, and like a romance show that I can actually watch and really really thoroughly enjoy, because like I think the aspect of like cartoons and stuff that I love is that at the end of the day it's all kind of lighthearted, and stuff like that. Like they can touch really serious things, but at the end of the day it's kind of like fun and playful, and like that's kind of how Heartstopper is, and that's why I'm like obsessed with it right now. Heartstopper is so good. I follow on Webtoon too. Really? See, I felt like there would be people in my community that would like when I said Heartstopper, they'd be like, "Fucking Heartstopper." Tell me why. I was catching up, or like sometimes I message my old friends, and I was talking to my friend Toxic, and he was talking. I was just talking to him because I was trying to understand the UK school system works differently than in the American school system. So like when I think of year 12, I would think of, like a 12th grader in America, but it's not like that doesn't line up and things like that. so I was like asking him about like, hey, I tried to do some research and like I'm trying to understand like the year system and this is what I understood from it. Is this correct? And like he was talking to me about it, and then he was telling me that like his partner like is obsessed with Heartstopper too. When he asked like, oh, why are you asking, like what is it that made you like curious about this? I was like, oh, I've been really into this show called Heartstopper, and I think I mostly understand, but like I'm kind of confused at the same time. um but yeah, the next season is coming out really soon. It's like in a month. It's October 3rd. I have it like noted. Like I've after my little sister like was like, "Oh, I want to watch this show." I don't even know how she knew about this show, but she was just like, "I want to watch it" when I was visiting her in Colorado, which for if you guys didn't know the reason for if you didn't know I was in Colorado, I was in Colorado at the beginning of the month for about like a week and a half. And the reason why I went was to go visit family that I hadn't seen in like years. And my little sister, all she wanted to do was, she's 12 now, and all she wanted to do was watch like romance movies. Like, so I watched like this show called XO Kitty, which is about like this girl that goes to. It's based off of the younger sister from To All the Boys I Loved Before, and she goes to Korean international school. She had already seen that before, but she wanted me to watch it, so we watched that. And we watched Kissing Booth, and um, that's when I learned what the Jacob Elordi hype was about. I understood. And then we watched Heartstopper, and then I don't know why something clicked with me about Heartstopper, and then I got home and I watched it again, and then I watched it again and again, and I think I'm on my 10th watch through. I'm on like episode 7 of season 2 right now, so I'm about to be on my 11th watch through, I think, or something like that. Like I've watched it so many times, and I've read the web comics twice. And yeah, I read This Winter, which is like the novella, and then I read Solitaire, which is the main character's sister, and then I want to read Nick and Charlie, which is like sometime after the web comic. Like the web comic isn't caught up to like the novella for Nick and Charlie, I believe. There's supposed to be one more chapter of the web comic that comes out, and hopefully, I don't know how to make it happen, but hopefully a season 4. And like I think the writer said that like if there is a like fourth season for Heartstopper, it'd be the last one. And I like was already like before I even read that, I like had a feeling. I was like, if they're able to get renewed for the 4th season, that'd be amazing. But I think that would be it. And like I feel like it's perfect. I love the writer because I feel like the way that she writes everything makes sense, and she's not trying to drag things on. Like she's like, yeah, I know where the story needs to go, and I'm just trying to like do my best of telling the story up to the point where it needs to like end, I guess, kind of thing. So anyways, yeah, I'm like super excited. I just like to say you have a very pleasant voice, and I hope that you feel good hearing that. I do. That makes me feel like that's very sweet of you. Thank you. Well. Hello, Andrew. Well. How are you? Can you take a gander or take a make an assumption of what we were just speaking about? Thank you for the follow, Peter. Hello. Yeah, this winter Alice is cool. She just follows the vibe, what the vibe is for the chapter lengths, and has good sense of how the story should be shaped. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if you've read her other works, Sigil, but I just finished Solitaire, and I loved reading Solitaire. Like it's like so interesting because like as I read it, like there didn't need to be like a extremely dramatic like rise and fall or anything like that, but it like had really good story. I really liked it because I feel like I related a lot to Tori, like the main character. I really related to her. But like if you're like want something that feels like you've like understood a full comprehensive story afterwards, like it's not really, doesn't give that vibe. It's kind of more like a this subtle like it's a bit of like a coming of age kind of story about her figuring out who she is kind of and stuff like that. It's really fun to read for me because it felt like kind of apathetic in a way. Like it felt like, like when you have like that annoying voice that's like, oh, nothing matters anyways, like what's the point of any of this kind of thing. The main character definitely has like a lot of, her tone is very similar in that way, and it feels nice to hear somebody else say things like that too, I guess, because it makes you feel like, oh, I'm not the only one who thinks like that, like I'm not the only one who kind of just doesn't see the point to any of it all. But look, obviously the story and with the plot of the story she develops. With the plot of the story she develops a lot. So I really really enjoyed it, and I want to read. I need to get Radio Silence next, which is about what's his name? He's not in the TV show, but he's the one of the friends in the webcomics. Aled, Aled. It's like he's the main character of that book. I want to read that one too. Um, yes, the show I've seen 300,000 million gazillion times, and the soundtrack we're listening to. Oh my gosh, Andrew! Actually, so you know the guy who plays Tao Su in Heartstopper? He's in a band called Wasian Project, which, funnily enough, I knew about before I even knew about the show, which is crazy because Manny was like, "Oh, I found this song and I think you'd like it," and it was that. Well, the pianist of the group Wasia Project is the guy who is William Gao, the guy who plays Tao Zhu, and he's going on they're doing like a little world tour because they just released a new EP, and I just bought tickets to go see them, and I almost bought the VIP tickets where like you get to like meet them, and like, you know, they give you like 2-song private concert and stuff. I almost bought it, but I was like, ugh, I'm so the type of person, it's like I get so invested in things, and like being invested is not bad, but I also try to be really, really realistic. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go as like just a regular viewer once, and then hopefully, if they do another one, and I'm like, I really, really, really still stick with the vibe of like being enthralled in him, at that point, then I'll get VIP tickets. But it just felt like, for some reason, it felt kind of weird to just spring straight into getting a VIP ticket, especially because it was like triple the price, which makes sense, and everything. When I think I would enjoy it just the same. I'm trying to tread the line between living in my Delulu land and like being responsible or whatever, but lately I've just come to accept that I think I'm just gonna be in my broke girl era, like truly, truly broke. How much it cost? It was $42 for the regular ticket, and then I think it was like 120 something. Wait, is that triple? Yeah, it was like 120 something for the VIP. I literally put my phone down so I can go to bed, and then I saw you got on, so I guess I'll sleep later. Bear, no, it's okay. You go sleep. Thank you for just popping in and saying hi. It's just good to see your name come up. But sleep is very important. Sleep. I'll always be around until the one day that I die. Who knows when that'll be, but you don't need to worry about that right now. I don't think you need to worry about that right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, bro, I'm giving you my spiraling thoughts before I go to bed, before you go to bed, which is, like, a problem. Like, you should just turn your phone off and pretend you never saw me. Hi, Vic, how are you? Make all your Delulus come true. Exactly. Hi, Troy, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I think, like, for the next year and a half, like, not that I haven't been, like, it's not like I've been like living it up financially since I moved to California and stopped doing social media and stuff, because I've been struggling, girl. Like, sometimes I'm like, I feel like I need to write like a timeline out of like my life and stuff like that, because yeah, I moved out of my parents' house when I was in February, no, in January of, well, technically February of 2021. So I haven't had any financial help from anybody except for myself for the last like 3 years. And the first year I was just so grateful that like I had time to rest in a way, and I was living with a friend, and like their family didn't ask me to pay rent. And that was when I was like peak streaming, because I could just do that and enjoy it and stuff like that. And then yeah, I moved to California, and then, you know, I've been taking care of myself. And one thing I'm very, very proud of to say is I've never been late on paying rent or anything like that. I never had to like ask for extension as far as I can remember. And we're very close to maybe that. I'm so close to having to tell my roommate like I might need a like extra week, but I think I'm barely scraping by this month to be able to make my monthly payment, because as I said, I think I'm fully accepting and entering into my broke era, which is like, I'm not gonna be so responsible with my money. I'm just gonna focus on trying to enjoy my life a little bit, especially in the last couple months that I'm gonna be in the US. Because I feel like once I go to Japan, it's gonna be like, for me, I think my lifestyle will be a lot better once I'm in Japan. But because I won't have like friends over there, I think for the first year, there will probably won't be a lot of things I want to go out to do much, I would assume. Plus, I'm hoping that it won't be too much like to do things if I wanted to do them in Japan, because it just, I feel like there's more activities like accessible in Japan and stuff. And we'll see too, because one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to do like a productive stream today, which didn't happen. But I need to finish submitting some of my official documentation, like official document stuff, to a university to see if I, and then like see if I get in. And if I do get in, I feel like that kind of changes the trajectory of my life a little bit too. So, yeah. Absolutely not. We've got so much to catch up on missing streams. Okay, okay. I mean, it's up to you ultimately. I'm doing good. I'm actually feeling a lot better now that I'm just talking, but I was like, I knew that I wanted to stream today and I was like so ready to stream, and literally as I opened OBS today, I got a call from my roommate being like, "Hey, can you help me with something? But I'll pay you for it." And I was like, "Okay, I guess I should." And I wanted to help him out too, but like I also need the money right now. So, I was like, "Okay." And then when I got home, I was just so burnt out because like I just hate, not hate, but like I driving is a very taxing like event for me, and I had to drive and stuff, and it was just, I just felt so tired, and I was like dreading turning on the camera because I was worried I was gonna be like boring. um so what do you do now for a job? Also, weird question, do you still have the gift I sent you years ago? So what I do for a job right now is I do like kind of like gig work. I do tutoring and babysitting, and that's like my main, I guess, thing. And then, I have my Ko-Fi supporters. And I need to be better about that too in general. I always beat myself up about it. But I genuinely try my best to post on Ko-fi, and that's like another source of income. And then yeah, those are the main things right now. And like I was working as a nursing assistant for like the last year. I quit in December. And yeah, honestly, it's kind of crazy because technically I've been unemployed for like a year now, and I've been doing fine because I budgeted and was really smart about my money beforehand. So it helped me. But also during this time, it was kind of annoying because I quit my nursing job with one, the expectation to start working another 9 to 5 job, but also I was paying less in rent because I live in a 4 bedroom apartment and we had all 4 roommates. And then the right after I quit my nursing job, like some shit just started happening in the apartment. Bro, I can't catch a break with my living situation. So, um and then I was just really really down in the dumps. I was looking forward to quitting and then like being able to start doing this again, like start streaming and doing the consistent thing like more, and that was like my plan, which obviously didn't happen because there was just a lot of shit going on, and my car was also broken down, which was one of the reasons why I actually quit my job, was because my car was, I couldn't drive, and I worked a graveyard shift, so it was also very inconvenient to try to get anywhere because like the public transportation is terrible. Even when they were running, like the bus that takes me to my work would be like sometimes 30 minutes later, never even show up, kind of type of like thing. So I ended up quitting because I just couldn't get myself to work, kind of thing. Um, and I was like, yeah, at that time I had already started doing Ko-Fi more. Like I was feeling a bit more like up to like streaming, and I was like, oh, I'll do streaming more. And like while I get back into doing streaming, I'll also look for like other jobs and stuff like that. But then life got so shitty that I think the first 3 to 4 months of me being unemployed like went by like, it felt like forever, but I also went like this because every day was just like I was stuck at home because I didn't have a car and I didn't have a job anymore. Um, but then like I never felt comfortable being at home, and so I felt it was really hard for me to stream because it's like I couldn't even talk about, oh, I'm not feeling good or whatever, or I felt like I couldn't because the people I'm complaining about are literally in the room right next to me, kind of thing. Um, not literally, but that kind of thing, which was like really really frustrating. And then I was recovering from that mentally for a while, and then unfortunately that also meant that I like one of my roommates moved out, which meant that I was paying now, like, there's three of us, and then we're all splitting the price for the fourth room. And then, but luckily at that time, my tutoring gig, I was already doing the tutoring gig before I quit my nursing job. I was only working 1 to 2 days a week when I originally started, but thankfully I got to a point where I was able to work 4 days a week with them, because the other tutor that worked for them had to go back home to take care of family like issues. So it was nice, because at least like I had like at some point I started having something to do, and that family is like was very nice. They would Uber me like back and forth from my house to their house and things like that. And then and everything. So then that was like me getting like back into like the flow of things. And then as the summer was leading up, I kept on asking like, so are you guys gonna not need me over the summer, or like what's the deal kind of thing? Because if they didn't, then maybe I would get like a part-time job or something over the summer. And they kept on being like, no, we're gonna need you a lot over the summer because of this and that. I was like, okay. And then they never asked for me over the summer, so that's why I'm like extra struggling right now, is because like I was kind of expecting, I was hoping to get that extra money coming in still from the tutoring gig, but because I never got like asked to come in, it made it kind of hard. um and now I'm in this weird zone where it's like I kind of want to get a part-time job just to make the money, but I also am trying to, I don't want anything confining me to hours where I can't go and just enjoy my day if I wanted to. But I'm also the other tutor's also coming back, so now I'm going to switch back to only having 1 or 2 days a week. So it's just like, how am I going to make the next couple of months work? Cuz what is it? I'm planning to leave by February. I should be gone. That's the plan. So we have September, October, November, December, January. 5 months left? Which actually that feels like way longer than I thought it was. I thought it was like 4 months now, but it's like still 5 months. Anyways, and then the gift. By the gift you mean the chair? I I feel bad I forgot. I'm sorry if it's not the chair. I'm trying to remember. Wait, oh, are you talking about the Corone necklace? I'm trying to remember who exactly everything was from who. Because I remember like the chair was kind of like a gift, like a group gift idea plan thing. And I'm trying to remember exactly who everybody was involved in the chair. But the Corone necklace was you. I like fairly. I'm like 95% certain, because I remember we were talking back and forth about getting like the actual cosplay outfit, and I was like, oh, I wanted to. Yeah. I still have it. I wore it. I actually almost closet cosplayed Corona for an anime expo this year because I went for one day, but I ended up not doing it because I don't know. I just chickened out. Yes, and the years I have it. I still have it, and I wore it. I wore it, but I never wore it out. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And yes, I'm moving to Japan. Very cool. I'm very excited. I need to get back on my Japanese Duolingo because the Duolingo bird on my phone screen's like looking real messed up. Wait, can you see? That's what my Duolingo bird be looking like. Cause I haven't been using it the last couple months. Oh wait, hold on. I got some dog sitting stuff. Okay, if he could come after baby's, that'd be awesome. I got him a new metal cage and he'll be in Aki's room, so I'll be home around 6. I just need him to get an afternoon potty break. But I can't leave cash because I lost my debit card and stuff. All right. Hold on. This is about like another like gig thing. This is what I'm saying. Like sometimes I pick up babysitting for other people, like pet sitting. Like the last couple days I dog sitted, and they're asking me to dog sit again for tomorrow. So like tomorrow I don't know when I'll be able to stream, because like in the morning from like 8 a.m. till like noonish I'm babysitting, and then I need to go check and hang out with the dog for a little bit in the afternoon, and then I guess I'll come back and I guess I can stream then. But it's just like it's one of those things where it's like after all that I'm gonna want to break, and then sometimes on a break I think I'm gonna take a 1 hour break, and then I'll take a 3 hour break, and it's like hard to gauge because like, well, if it's just like work you can just do the work. But like when it comes to like this work, it's like I feel like you have to have the energy to do it. come around in afternoon after my baby to come check forever kiss. Sorry, just use weird. Is asking. Sorry. Sorry, guys. That's okay. The fact that you kept it means a lot. I'm so glad. No, of course I would keep it. I'm taking it with me to Japan and everything. I still really, really love Corona, and I still like. You know what? Actually, I haven't tried on the years since I dyed my hair, but I think that actually the hair color I have right now matches like the ears of the Corona ears like so much better. I haven't gone shopping in a really really long. Well, that's a lie. I have gone shopping for like clothes for like festivals and stuff. But like I haven't gotten like clothes that I super enjoy wearing in a long time, so I don't really have like I was trying to cosplay, but I couldn't find like good enough clothes, and I just feel like I love the idea of having the cosplay itself, like the actual cosplay, but like I just it's something about having like an outfit you can only wear like on a special occasion, like kind of makes me sad. Like I have a couple cosplays in my closet, but it's like I've worn them like twice or something, and then I haven't worn them since, and it just like I feel shitty owning something that I can't wear regularly, I guess. Um, Also, I love the hair, by the way. It suits you. Thank you. How's my child doing? She's sleeping up right now. She's sleeping on her little, like a little bridge up above my computer screen right now. Have you ever considered cutting it short? I don't know if you remember back, like in 2022, I did cut it short on stream. Like I cut it like to shoulder length, and um, lately I've been really thinking about cutting it again. So I cut it to like, I think I cut it kind of like this ish back in 2022, like right before, no, like a half a year before I stopped streaming, and the New Year's of 2022. But lately, what I've been wanting to do is I've been wanting to get the jellyfish haircut. And actually, when I went to the hair salon to get my hair dyed, the thing that I was trying to get them to cut my hair into was the jellyfish haircut. And the first lady that I got to cut my hair kind of like looked at me like that's not a good idea. And then I'm a bit shorter. I don't know. I kind of want to play around with having short hair. I think it's dumb because I'm doing it now that I'm going to Japan. I was literally just thinking about this. Like, I want to dye my hair. I kind of want to try out different haircuts and stuff. And I'm doing it as I'm leaving to Japan. And I think that in America's much more accepting of like whatever you look like, you're good. But like, I feel like in Japan, there's still a bit of like like the people judge, but definitely based off of the way you look and stuff like that. Um, um, but I kind of want to get like a jellyfish haircut, which means that this like bottom layer, the under layer stays long like this, and then you cut the top into like a fuck ass bob, you know? Like kind of like this. And I kind of like the idea of it because I've always toyed around in my head about getting like a boy's haircut. I like the idea. Um, oh really? That's crazy. Yeah. This is like what I wanted to get. And I showed him pictures, but I was like, "Can you give me this haircut? But I just want to make sure the top part is layered. Like I don't want it to be just like a straight bowl cut. I want it to have a bit of layer." And she's like, "No, it's not supposed to have any layer." And I was like, "Well, I just want there to be a bit like of layering, like texturing. I don't want it to be straight." And she's like, "Well, that's how the haircut's supposed to be." Da da da. And we were kind of like arguing about it. And then she made me go to a different hairstylist. And then like at that point, I guess I like I kind of lost a lot of my confidence. So I was like, I kind of wanted this, but like maybe if you just could give me something with long layers or something. And she's like, oh, kind of like a hush cut kind of thing, which is like kind of like a wolf cut, which is kind of like a long mullet, which I don't even think she really gave me like that. I feel like I have a very basic looking haircut, which is like I was happy with because I haven't had a normal person haircut in like um a really 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 long time. Like I had been cutting my hair for the last 4 years. I could just cut my bangs too. That's the thing. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. What if I give myself the jellyfish haircut? And I was like, that's honestly such a terrible idea. I probably should not do that. But, um, well, right now I have to enjoy the last 3 days because all the next month I'm going to have a lot of extra hours and also extra days, and it's going to be very rough. Oof. I'm so sorry. I hope you are enjoying your last couple days. And then hopefully the month goes by quickly because you're doing a lot of work and there's something fun waiting. You should plan something fun to do, like like the in the next month, so that it's like, oh, yeah, you're working towards something. So you admit it. I didn't admit it's your child. I'm just saying that you think that it's your child, so I'm just answering your question without causing an argument with you. The Megumi. I was like, I'm trying to remember. I haven't seen Konosuba. I started like part of Konosuba, but I never finished it. Megumi. Oh. Konosuba rashi. I just remember like complaining. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she is so cute. But yeah, that is exactly kind of like the hairstyle I was going for. um, like the girl from Gundam, which from Mercury, the pilot or the white hair girl. I forgot their names, but the funny you mentioned Witch from Mercury. I've been listening to the album. My favorite song is Quiet Zero. Wait, Gundam Witch? Gundam Witch from Mercury. Oh my gosh. Wait, I've seen pictures of this before. Yeah, kind of like the girl with the white hair. She kind of got that. Wait, why did I click on a picture of them and like one of the search results is like they're a picture of them and it says lesbians question mark? But yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that, but I'm scared of like going to a hairstylist and asking them to do that. Because while my hair is like dyed, like bleached, I mean, I was like I've been wanting to do like orange hair and then red hair and then I think um box dyeing it like black at the end. I just feel like guilty too because I don't know. I think my dad like traumatized me because he was kind of like, once you color your hair, it never goes back to being the same again. And like, I really like my hair. And I told her too, I was like, I don't want to have to deal with the upkeep or like, I don't know how often I'm going to have to do my hair. So she gave me baby lights. So technically, she didn't bleach my entire head. It's like a lot of little tiny strands are bleached, but there's also strands of my natural hair still like mixed in throughout the color. Um, so like the darker strands are like my natural hair still. Um, and like I've always wanted to box dye my hair black, but I've always been afraid to because I wanted to have red hair and I wanted to have black hair, but I know that those are like the two colors people are like, oh, it's like impossible to get out, da da da. But I was thinking about it and I was like, I've literally been fine with not touching my hair for I didn't bleach color. This is my first time I've ever colored my hair, and it took me 24 years to do that. So I'm like, I'm sure that like if I box dye my hair black, the process of like whatever the year or two that it would take to grow it out, I can survive. Like especially like when I move to Japan, I don't think I'll want to do a lot of crazy colors unless I do know for a fact that I'm going to go into university because I feel like there's a little bit of like reprieve because I'll be going to like an American university in Japan and stuff, and college kids, people they're just trying to figure themselves out and stuff like that kind of energy. But yeah. Yeah, it's the gayest Gundam. I didn't know that. I should see it. It's canon LMAO. I don't know why it was so dramatic though. It was like lesbians. Yeah, it would definitely depend on what industry and stuff like, but obviously not like a regular job. And like even as one of my safety options, which is like doing an English teacher, I think they would have like probably give you side eye for having dyed hair and stuff that's not like a natural color. But also weird thought that I was having. when I was thinking about the hair stuff in the car was like, it's so dumb because I want to do all this stuff about like coloring my hair and like I've always wanted to pierce my ears, but I was always been too afraid to do it. But now I'm kind of in this era where I'm like, I kind of just want to try it. Like, I kind of want to just do it to do it because I feel like it's kind of like something you do when you're in high school or like in early college and you're just fucking around and figuring out who you are. And I feel like I never really got to do that because high school was so shitty. And then, like, literally since I was 16, I had been planning on how to move out. So, like, every cent that I made at work, I was just saving to be able to move out. Like, and everything like that. So it's like I feel and again, my dad gave me a lot of anxiety about, oh, like if you dye your hair, it's never gonna be the same again. Da 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 da. And I really like the color of my natural hair. Like I think I had really like I have a really really cool shade of brown where it looks really dark, but in like the light, it's like kind of more of like an auburny orangey color. Like not actually orange, but like it has like a warm hue. That's really cool, and I really really liked it. And I feel like that really scared me when my dad said all that kind of stuff. So even if I had the freedom, I don't think I would have. But maybe I would have leaned into it more, or like if I was allowed to make friends because I was grounded for so much of high school, maybe I would have had friends that would have influenced me to be like, just do your thing, girl, kind of thing. And even in college, there was people I became friends with who really try to do that, but I was so in my head, especially in college, I just wanted to get the fuck out of my house that like I didn't let myself explore anything because it was like it just wasn't worth my time and energy at that point because I just needed to get the fuck out. And now that I'm the fuck out and like now that I feel more certain of myself, it's like now I want to experiment, but it just like feels like the wrong time. Like while I was in nursing, for some reason I felt like I couldn't color my hair because there was other nurses with colored hair and it's America. People don't really give a shit, but it's like there's a level of like, well, I don't want to be considered like the young, reckless, unexperienced kid because and like I feel like having colored hair would give that same energy for some reason. I don't know why I cared so much, but like I think I've been taking myself really 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 seriously, which is like good in one way but bad in another. And especially because like again, I haven't been getting any financial help from my parents the last 3 years, so I didn't want to look unprofessional. And then, something happened and then it'd be hard for me to get a job for some reason. Like, I just didn't want there to be any little excuse that I created for myself that I couldn't, for like me not being able to get a job or something like that. If any of what I'm saying is making sense. So, like, but like now that I'm in a position where I'm like, well, I work for myself now mostly. Like, I think I did some crazy stuff because like part of me wants to bleach my eyebrows. But I'm like, I feel like the people I tutor for, because I don't know, I feel like they're more normal people. I feel like they're gonna be like, oh my god, she's having a crisis or something. Like, I think they're gonna think that about me if I did do that, which I still get worried about. Or like even like when I was doing my fun makeup the last couple days, I get scared of walking out into my apartment and just seeing anybody. Like that's something I'm trying to get over. Like I want to like do whatever fun makeup I want to do and fucking go out of the house and not give a shit, but like I don't know why I feel like I can't. And that's something I really 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 want to work on. Or like that's what I've been feeling the last couple days. Like, oh, I just need to just do it. And like that's why on the stream too, I wear the crazy makeup, and I'm like, it's easier to just sit down and have it on during stream, but it's a bit harder to do it in real life and everything like that. Um. Thank you for the follow, Isabella. By the way, let me read Beer Base. I sent a DM on Instagram, but it's late, so I'm getting off. But again, it's great seeing you back streaming. I'm still studying for that military test because I'm gonna get one chance for the Pi Cat and 3 for the ASVAB, so I don't want to mess it up. Good night. Good night, Beer Bear. I hope that you're around still for me to like say bye because I was definitely ranting there for a second. But yeah, for sure, get some good sleep, and I will try to remember to respond to your DM. I'm really bad at messaging. It's not you, it's me. But yeah, I feel like I'm in such a good place because I'm working for myself mostly. I'm still in America. Thank you. Wait, why am I've been feeling so like emotional today. Like little things have been making me feel like I'm gonna cry. Thank you. I don't know why, but the fact that you waited for me to take the time to read the message and be able to respond really means a lot to me. Good night. I hope you have the best sleep ever. And I will see you later. But yeah, I think because I'm mainly working for myself right now, I only have a couple months before I flee the country. So, I can kind of stop caring about what other people think of me as much. Because I'm not gonna see most of them. I wouldn't have, or I already wouldn't have seen like again. But most of them, it's like, well, I'm gonna be in a completely other country from them, so I guess even if they think I'm weird, it's like whatever, you know. Um, and then part of me is like, I should do it before I go to Japan. And then even when I go to Japan, I feel like it's a little different because I'm gonna be living near my mom, and I feel like having that support of someone I know is gonna love me, like on, like what's the word? No matter what. Like I feel like that's been kind of freeing thinking about like, and like I'm worried that I am leaning into that feeling like a little way too much, like putting way too much, not like pressure, but like expectation on it. But I'm like, yeah, well, fuck it, why not? But I kind of like the way my hair color is right now. Especially like right now, it looks so good on camera, and these bangs are banging right now. Like I'm enjoying it. Um, so I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do it, but I do want to do a productive stream soon. I want to make a PowerPoint, and I'm trying to think about how I want to like do the process of making the PowerPoint because I want to present the PowerPoint, so I don't want you guys to be able to see everything. So I'm like, maybe I'll put it in like a small corner or something where you can kind of see it, but not really see what I'm writing in the PowerPoint. And then I'm also trying to figure out how to organize things I want to do for stream. Like I kind of want to do that speed dating thing where it's like, oh, like I'll sit down and talk to somebody for a couple minutes and like get to know you guys again a little bit more in like a actual way where you guys can respond and I can hear your tone of voice and like we can have a bit of it easier back and forth and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out how to manage that. I'm like maybe like doing like a Google sign up sheet or something like that so I know who wants to join or who wants to participate, and then like I guess like maybe doing Discord would be easier. I don't know if I don't really know how like the guest star thing works where like people can join your stream, but I don't know if that means that you have to stream for me to invite you as a guest on my stream, and I feel like that's a bit more complicated, so I might just do something with the Discord where it's like you just join a call and I'll drag you in. But I also don't know how to manage first come first serve kind of thing when it comes to that. But I also don't think there's gonna be a lot of people who join initially because I haven't streamed in so long and I haven't been active on anything in a really long time. But I kind of want to figure that out and figure out how to manage that well. Um, because I think that some things that there's a lot of things I really wanted to do, and a big thing that was a focus of when I first started streaming that I really lost sight of, I think, as I started streaming more, was that I like wanted there to be a level of, number one, I started streaming because I didn't feel safe or comfortable at home, and I wanted to get out, and I wanted there to be like an escape for people who felt similar to just come and hang out. We could just all vibe kind of thing, right? And something that I always thought about was like, I wish that there was something I could do to help those kinds of people. And unfortunately, the thing that comes with, trying to help younger people is that they don't necessarily have the agency to do everything like in the eyes of the law on their own and things. But I kind of want to start like refocusing myself and things that I do and the energy and time I spend towards things that are actually like helpful in ways and things that I really fully enjoy instead of just things that I think are entertaining or what people want me to do. And so like things I kind of want to do is like I want to have like I want to spotlight people or do things where it's like we all like bounce off of each other in a way, like maybe we have like an art theme for the month, and at the end of the month like I'll show everybody's art or something. And I know that's like something that's a little bit hard to do all on my own as well, because like I don't know how many people would want to participate or like what that would look like, or I've never really done a lot of like stuff like that, so I don't really know what it would even look like to do things like that. But like I want something where I think art is such a also like a great escapism, or and like also a very good way of communicating things, including like struggle and pain and things like that. So it just makes me think that like no matter where you are in life, no matter what's going on, like having an avenue to express your art and show your art and like have your art feel appreciated and seen and heard by somebody can like really do a lot for someone's mental even if it doesn't really physically help you out of any situation. Sometimes you just need that mental comfort to get through something because you can't get out of it in the moment. Anyways, I'm ranting. I want to get like I want to do something more related to that kind of stuff instead of like kind of like what I was doing before. I feel like I don't even know what I was doing before. I was just kind of showing up and being like, "Hello." Which wasn't necessarily like a bad thing, but I want to make a more of an effort to kind of do those things, and I'm trying to learn more about stuff that I can do to participate. We did like the soft giving like thing um last year, not last year, 3 years ago now, I think. We did that thing for the charity for domestic violence and stuff like that. I want to be like I want to do participate in more things like that where we kind of come together as a community to share in the human experience, because I think I really lost touch in the last 2 years where I just got kind of put my head in the sand, not head in the sand, but put my head down, and I was just trying to work and like get my shit together and like be like, oh, I'm gonna have to be a responsible adult now. I have to work a 9 to 5 and like keep things steady for myself. And it's true, like I do at some point I do kind of need to make the money to survive and stuff like that. So like I'm grateful for the people who've been supporting me, and especially the people who support me through Ko-fi and stuff like that, because they're really the only reasons why I've been making it this last 2 years kind of thing. But I think I got really, really depressed, and then I got to a point where I used to think that I sat around and did nothing when I streamed, but I got to a point where I literally started just sitting down and doing nothing every day. Like I literally just sat. I'd wake up, I'd do the dishes or whatever, like clean up around the house, which is like, important thing to do. But then I would just sit and watch TV or TikTok or like whatever until the day ended, and I was like, okay, well that's another day done for me. Like, and then I was just like, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, why am I doing all this? And it's just like hard. I was like, I also stopped like writing poems. I stopped doing anything musically related because it just felt like a waste of time, even though I wasn't doing anything else with my time. So I was just wasting time. And I like recently like kind of wrote about like things, and it was just like my feelings a little bit, and I was just like, I think I have a hard time being a active participant in something bigger because I already feel like I have so many problems that like I go to take a step to try to do something bigger than myself, and then I feel like as soon as I try to take that step I realize how much of myself is like a mess, and I try to fix it all, and like I feel like I need to be the perfect version of myself before I can do something productive for like society or something. But like that's not how it works at all, and if I try to do that I'll literally waste my entire life trying to be perfect or better. And I know that there's things that I could do to be better for myself, but I also don't need to stop trying to do something with my life just because I think that I'm not good enough or I'm not where I need to be or whatever it is. So, yeah, I really, really love art, and that's something that like I think it's so important about human existence, and I really, really felt that way all of high school. And then yeah, again, I lost touch of it all when I kind of needed to like get myself on track to like work and things like that and just survive and everything. And I'm so grateful that I went through that to get to the mindset that I'm at right now and everything. And yeah, I want to do things that's more about the community because I feel like even when I streamed a lot more back in the day, I knew of people, like I knew you guys existed, but I feel like I never really learned much about you guys. And like I don't know. I know it's not necessarily like a bad thing. Um um Something I actually want to do is like, and I want to stop. I kind of want to make it so people can't raid me. Raids, deny all raids. Um, for now, because there's just too much pressure. I want to stream because of the reason I want to stream. I'm before like, I think the reason why I also got lost in things was because like I was like, oh, I needed to make out a business. Like I started streaming because it was something I liked doing, and then I met so many people who were just trying to do streaming as a career that it started feeling like they were comparing me to them, and then I needed to excel as a career in streaming when that was never the point of me to stream. Like genuinely when money is completely out of the question, I don't care if it's 2 people watching or whatever, like 20 people watching, like just knowing that there's one other person that I'm communicating with, or like that something I'm doing is like meaningful to like them, like genuinely was the whole point. But because again, everybody else was so focused on statistics, and like, you know, I get those TikToks that are like, whatever, how to grow your following, da, 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 da. I was like, oh well, I won't turn off raids because, you know, like what's the point? Like, might as well just let myself get like the extra viewership, and maybe like someone who like wants to donate will show up if like I leave my raids on. But it's like, in reality, like raids used to give me so much anxiety, and like it's not a bad thing. Like, I appreciated them. Like, I'm so grateful for everybody who's ever raided me before, and they're like, you know, everything. But it's just like, I always wanted streaming to not feel so stressful, and it's just like, I feel like the whole point of streaming and being on the internet was that I could be whatever version of myself I wanted to be. Yet I started putting myself into a box of who I needed to be the most whatever, you know. That sounds really cool. I really liked it when we had pond prom. That was a really good day. Really good way to connect as a community. I know, I really, really love it too. It's one of those things that like, I, I think look back on the pond prom, and it's like one of those things, or even like I do really think back on the soft giving, like, um, the donation thing that we did, for the nonprofit, and it was so cool, like, and I'm so sad that I only did it once, but like, I really, really loved that one too, because it was like, I was yeah, I was like hustling to make money or whatever I was doing. I was doing shit because we were earning like money and stuff. Like, and I was like, you guys got like redeemed things because of that. But like, it felt really good to work and then have that money be going towards something meaningful. Like, we were working together to do something meaningful as a community. And then like, I also loved doing the Hamilton thing. That was like the dono reward. Like, the when we reached our like reach goal, I did like a one man play of a Hamilton, and I cringe at myself doing it. And I know I didn't sound perfect, but guess what? I'm not supposed to sound perfect because I'm not like professionally trained to be on Broadway. And it was fun and it was silly, and I'm glad that people like enjoyed it too. And I think the people had a good time. And one of them, like the items that people won was when for the donathon for the raffle, one of the things that someone won was like from a small business that was like making things for mental health awareness and stuff like that. And like, I want that to be like a regular thing. Like that, like, I want not just me, but like people around me to be like, this is like a really cool thing that I found, or this is something really cool thing I'm doing, or this is a cool thing that like someone I know is doing, and I want more people to know about it. And not that I'll make the biggest difference in the world, but it's just cool if like a couple more people can be interested in whatever it is that like other people around me find interesting, and we can, yeah. I'm glad you stuff. I hope it's a good hoodie, and I hope you enjoy it, and things like that. Um. And yeah, like, I want that to be like a regular thing. It's like, I don't want it to be just like a, oh, I did that one thing that one time kind of thing. Um, and I think one thing I really, really also realized in the last couple weeks that I've been kind of like thinking about everything is like, one thing I've always loved about life is just learning about people's stories, right? Because you only live one life, and the only other way to live a life outside of yours is to hear about how all these other people have lived their lives. And I think that's really, really, really cool. Um, it's so easy to get it's so easy to get lost trying to optimize it as a money thing. It's so much better if you're doing it for yourself. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm struggling, but I think that's why I'm struggling because I think I always end up being like, well, ultimately I need money though, so I need to make it a money thing or something. But I think that's why I just told myself I'm gonna fully embrace being in my broke era, because I think that trying to do things just for the money the last couple of years, like, it has really sucked like the soul out of me. Like, and I know that there's still gonna be a part of me that needs money to exist and to do things that I want to do, unfortunately. But I'm gonna stop worrying so much about that. And soon that like won't be something that anybody else has to worry about other than me, because like right now, like, you know, if I don't pay rent, like, that affects my roommates too. Oh fuck, sorry, shoot. And like, when I'm living on my own, I feel like I'm gonna feel more of that pressure because there's no one else to rely on except for myself. But there's also a little bit of a freedom that comes with, well, if I fuck myself over, the only person that suffers from that is me. Well, and my cat. And that gives me stress too, but I would gladly just let my cat live with my mom and I'll go be homeless. Kind of thing. Obviously exaggerating, but make the world a better place. I guess, like, when I die, I don't care. I don't care about how much money I had. I don't care about if people even fucking remember my name, but, like, just knowing that I had done something meaningful, I think is enough for me. It's really good. It's one of my favorite things to wear when I'm feeling snug and want to wear rep pride stuff. I'm so glad. Wait, that genuinely makes me feel really, 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 really happy. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm like snotty now because I'm like talk too much. Also, something I've realized in the last 2 years of being on my own is it's really, really hard to do things by yourself. Like, almost everybody who does anything, like, cool, like, has a team behind them, obviously. And that's something where it's, like, it's hard for me because I have trust issues. And I don't really know how to figure out who's, like, a reliable source to, like, help me do things. Especially, like, in the beginning stages when I, like, you know, it's kind of like a couple person ordeal. But, I think that it's made me realize more too, like, oh, well, I don't have to do everything for everything all the time. Maybe if I can get to a point where I know you guys more, like, get to know people who know people, I can be a part of something where we all work together to do something cool and stuff like that, you know? I don't know. I talk a lot of talk, but then I never really do anything. I feel like part of it's like I haven't done a lot of things. I haven't been a participant in a lot of like group activities or things that I don't know, things that involve streaming. Haven't done a lot of stuff. Things that like involve like a lot of activism or like donathon type things. I haven't really been a part of a lot of that. So it's really hard for me to gauge like what I'm supposed to do or like where I fit into things. And that's why like I try to find like friends or people who need help or just like are willing to let me kind of like shadow them and things. And if you guys ever know anything about somebody needing help or whatever or just things like that, I'm trying to put myself more out there to like just do work for other people and try to do things and everything like that. So that's something I want to do too, is like planning things like that on stream. That way I can kind of take feedback from people and see what people want and things like that, and also accept that like the first couple times I try to do anything, it's probably gonna be messy and it's not gonna go exactly the way I want it, and that's totally fine. It's also something I need to get through this thick little skull right here. But yeah, I like yapping. But yeah, that's literally like pretty much everything I've been thinking about just out on the table. um I'm trying to think. I don't think I really have much else to say right now. And that kind of makes me feel like maybe I should end stream soon. I'm gonna finish my yogurt. Oh yeah, because honestly, Sigil, like seeing your art and stuff like that, and then like you working, knowing that you work cons and stuff like that, like all of that like is really inspiring to me too. Like it's really cool, like following you and seeing all the stuff you're up to and everything like that. And it's so cool knowing that somebody like you like supports me. And I want to do what I can to support you back. You know what I'm saying? No problem. Thank you. Like I always think about the fact that you drew things for me, and it's just like knowing that you spent time making something for little old me is like so. I feel so cool that like anyone took their time to like create something for me just because they wanted to. I'm feeding my cat some of my yogurt. She came out of her thing because she realized I was still eating it. Yeah, finding people that are excited to see your stuff is like the best part of the online community. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, that was so sweet too. Oh my gosh. That's actually so crazy. Like, and I want to do more stuff. I feel sad because I feel like we were heading in a good direction like right before I stopped streaming so much. Like we were like heading in a good direction, meaning like I feel like the community was like really like bonding and like in a good position and stuff. I also want to restart the Discord server. I want to make something fresh. But I think I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. Because I still also don't know exactly what I'm looking to get out of the new Discord server and stuff. But because I've had that Discord server since I started streaming, like in 2020. And I'm just such a completely different person. And I also feel like I have a much more like no nonsense attitude now than I did back then. And I feel like I just want it to be very clear what the community is supposed to be about. And things like that. So yeah. I think that's something we can plan together on stream too. And also something where I like back in the day, I feel like I got so worked up about like managing my Discord server when I think that most of it was fine. Um, yeah. It's hard being a moderator and like the creator of things. Cause like a part of like the creative part of you just wants to be like, let it run free, let it do what it needs to do. But then like the moderator part of me is like, someone could be like getting groomed or something right now, and like I built a platform to let that happen. Like I used to think about that all the time when I was running my Discord server, and that would genuinely stress me out, and like I just didn't know I didn't know what to do about it. But then I think that like as I've gotten older, I've also partly learned there are some shitty people in the world, and like there are definitely things that I can do to try to help mitigate things for people in my community being interacting with weird people and stuff like that. But ultimately there's also a level of there's just nothing I can do at a certain point. Like I can't find every single creep on the internet and block them out of my community or whatever it is, you know? Like unfortunately that's just part of the risk of being on the internet. And all I can do is try to hopefully tell people like this isn't normal. So if this is happening to you, please stop talking to whoever it is that you're talking to, or you know, do not do XYZ kind of thing. Yeah, I'm hoping. And I'm hoping that I'm gonna stay consistent enough to let things happen instead of me just talking about it. And I'm hoping that my lazy version of things too is like the laziest version is like I hope that I have a lot of cool people around me where I can participate in whatever things that they're trying to plan as well, so that I can get a little bit more exposure into doing things and understanding what works and what doesn't work and everything like that. um but in the meantime I'm just gonna have to fuck around and find out as well. um yeah, you can't control everything and plan for every type of bad thing, but you can be clear about boundaries and practice good communication. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I need to do for me. And then, yeah, I just need to let it go. There's a level of I just need to let it go. I feel like I feel like my Discord community feels so sus sometimes because excuse me, when I first started streaming, I didn't cuss and things like that. I also dress pretty modestly. I don't think I don't not dress modestly anymore or whatever, or like went through a phase or whatever, but I feel like there was like a phase of like in the beginning people saw me as this like really really innocent person, and I was and stuff, I guess, but like also I'm an adult, so like it kind of, there's like a weird level of like when adults are called innocent, kind of like, I don't know, something about it rubs me the wrong way. But I think during that time I also attracted like a general like younger audience. Hi Sabristron. um I cultivated like a younger audience, and then when I got like when my TikTok blew up, especially because when I was doing my dancing kind of more e-girly stuff, I think the audience that I drew in then was kind of like a stark contrast to the original community. And then like, I'm talking generally, by the way, right? Like there's people, obviously amazing people who came, and terrible people who came through both eras of my life. But I think that's the dichotomy of those eras was why I was getting so stressed out, because I was like, I know there's a group of people that are here for like who are younger, like I know that they exist, but then now I also feel like I have this community of like older people who are trying to support me. And for me, when I was thinking about it financially, it's like it's easier for me to cater to the adult people because the adult people have adult money to help support me financially. Versus the kids. But ultimately I think that the community I was trying to foster was like whoever needed support or whoever needed care and feel like there's somewhere to go, right? So it was just like my, yeah, so like I feel like my brain was always like at war with itself about like, well, I need to survive, so I need money. But like, am I, is what I'm doing what I want to do? And it's like, well, at what level does it really matter what I want to do? And like, I should just do what I'm okay with as long as it like helps. You know, and things like that. And it's it had to take a long time of, you know, being on this break for like the last 2 years and stuff to really understand what my personal boundaries are for all those kinds of things. And I'm not perfect still. I still need to figure out everything and navigate everything, you know. But it's hard. I also feel like I wasn't surrounded by the best people, so people kind of like influenced me into kind of being somebody I wasn't, because they were like, oh, well, if you just did this or that, or, you know, oh, you're so lucky because you can just do this and that and like whatever, like, and you can be a millionaire kind of thing. And I get where they were coming from, and obviously not everybody had bad intentions, but as a really broken young adult who didn't have any friends and was not speaking to any of their family, I was very easily influenced. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta focus on other things when it's not right for you. Sometimes you just gotta sometimes you just gotta focus on other things when it's not right for what you want to do. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I can understand that 100%. I still think about communities I used to hang around that were extremely toxic, and I hated being around them. Yeah, exactly. Or like sometimes I think like, obviously people have grown and changed and stuff, but sometimes I think about, I'm like, I valued this person's opinion so much when at that time they were not even that good of a person. So why did I care so much about them when they were genuinely shitty? But it's like, to me, I wasn't around. I didn't have a lot of other good friends. So to me, like, they were the person I felt the most confident. Did you see that? My cat got tricks. Um and yeah, so it's just like, yeah, and honestly, they were just trying to be whatever they thought was the right thing to do too. Like, it's not like completely on them for being like not the best people or whatever. But um yeah, I have this little pad that she can run up to get there, but there's no other shelf over here for it. Cause I ran out of space to put that shelf, so I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna make this makeshift thing. Um, can we use baby wipes instead of toilet paper? It's a lifesaver. I agree. Or to turn more toilets into bidets. Ironically, with one of them, I was actually curious to see how they were doing or if they had changed at all. Went to their stream and watched for about a minute before they were toxic. Bro, I get what you mean. There's a couple people I like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to reach back out to them. But then I think about the shit that happened and I'm like, oof. Even if they changed, which is good for them if they changed, but it's like, is it really worth just like going back to that? Because it's like, I feel like there's a level of like, you kind of get stuck in a position of being the person you were when you met somebody. So it's like, even if you guys have both grown or changed, I feel like when you meet, at least in the beginning, like you kind of like revert back into the versions of yourself that you guys met each other at, because it's what you're expecting from the other person, or what you think the other person's expecting from you. I don't know. She's going crazy. What's she doing? Gunther, what are you doing? She's being crazy. And then she's like, you want to see some cool stuff? I'm going to run up this thing again. In case you missed it the first time. It's also interesting, sorry, being friends with some people who are creators, because like I feel like there was also an era of my life where I was like, I need to keep up. Like, oh, they got 100 more followers last month. I need to get 100 more followers, or else I'm gonna fall out of their social rank. I'm gonna fall out of their social status ranking, and then they're not gonna talk to me anymore because they're not gonna think I'm cool, or they're gonna think I'm gonna use them for clout, or all that shit. There's times where I felt like people were only talking to me because of my clout, the little clout that I had, and it's really hard. What are you doing? And it just, yeah, all of it's hard. And some of it is just kind of unavoidable. Gunther, why are you attacking the light? Bro, I'm so glad I don't have that problem, because I have no clout. Honestly, I feel like it's a freeing experience. I deleted my clout so that I wouldn't have to deal with it anymore. Yeah. I literally was like, oh, you want my clout? I'm about to just be inactive for the next 2 years of my life. I don't know. I still feel like there is still like that level of like, it's hard, right? Because how do you discern if a person wants to be your friend because they think you're cool, just because they think you're cool, or like they want to be your friend because they think you're cool partly because you have a following, or like, I don't know. How do you say you don't want to be friends with somebody but make it seem like it's not because of the clout or something? I don't know. It's hard too, because like it's hard unfriending people online because they have constant access to you. And it's like, you either have to be like straight up like, I don't want to be friends with you, dude, and then have to like deal with that confrontation, or like the only other way, because a lot of people on the internet do not know how to take a hint to like relax. And so it's like the only other way is like blocking them on stuff, and then it's just like, oh, I feel bad though, because I bet if they figure out that I blocked them after I seemed like I was talking to them normally in their mind, right, in their eyes, even if I was giving them hints like, hey dude, like, can you relax, if they're not picking it up and then all of a sudden I block them, I don't think they're gonna be the type of people to be like, oh, that's okay, maybe they just need a space. I feel like they're like, what did I do wrong, like what's wrong with me or something, and I'm like, I don't want to give them like paranoid thoughts. I'm like, I just didn't vibe with you, dude, and like I tried to ask you, like I was trying to be respectfully, be like, hey, I don't really want to hang out, but if you keep asking me to hang out and I feel like bad constantly saying no, like I'm definitely the type of person that like I do feel bad saying no, so eventually I'll just say yes to have said yes, kind of thing. And like that's also a shitty position to be in, to feel like you have to say yes to people even if you don't really want to do a thing, and it's just really hard to deal with that online, compared to like if you don't want to hang out with somebody in real life, it's really easy to just not hang out with them. And like even if you do hang out with them, like there's like a level of like you guys both feel that awkwardness when you're hanging out, and then they probably won't ask you to hang out again. Like exactly, the clout was what was actually holding me back, and now that I have no clout, it's time for me to rise into power. Also, I don't know. Sorry, back onto Heartstopper, because again, this is the only thing I think about, and like I live, breathe, live, laugh, love Heartstopper. Um, Number one, Joe Locke, the person who plays Charlie, is in like a new Marvel show. I'm not a big Marvel fan, but I might watch it just because he's in it. Number two, I think September 2nd, the first Monday of September, and then every single Monday in September, there's going to be a Netflix podcast with the Heartstopper cast episode released. Um, yes, baby. Come here. Um, yeah, everyone in the Heartstopper cast is so cool. I want to see the podcast. Hi. And I'm excited for that to come out, to like get to look forward to the season 3 drop. Meow, 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 meow. Yes, I am a cat. I'm kind of in this situation right now. I have a friend who I would play games with, record with, and all this other stuff. And in the past 3 to 4 months, every time I asked to play, he'd say no or make a reason or excuse as to why he couldn't play a game with me. Ooh. Yes, baby. Why are you sad? Okay, I'll get off soon. She wants to play 24/7. She has no other, like, there's no other pets in the house, so she gets really, really bored, and then I feel bad. So I have to, like, play with her, or else she, like, will cry a lot, and I feel bad. Um, I don't know. I'm a very confrontation. I don't. Well, I'm actually not a confrontational person at all. I'm a very direct person, especially with people I feel comfortable with. So I would just be like, "Hey, dude. Like, I noticed you haven't really like been able to hang out lately, and that's totally fine. Like, do you want me to just leave you alone for a couple months and then like wait, like whatever kind of thing or something? Probably. I don't know. Because it depends on how if it's like somebody I don't really know that well, or like I don't feel that comfortable with, I'm like whatever, dude. I'll just stop trying. I've tried multiple times, like even without asking. Technically, I've tried my best, so this it's not really on you anymore if like you just stop reaching out. I don't know like how serious like the recording and stuff like that is, but like yeah. And then if it's somebody I do feel really really comfortable, like if it's like my best friend, yeah, I'd be like, hey, dude, like something's been off. It's been kind of seeming like you don't want to really hang out, and that's fine. I just want to know straight up so I know it's not in my head. Like, I'd rather just you'd be like, hey, I need some time to work on some personal stuff or something. And most people who I'm at that level of being close with know that when I ask something like that, I don't mean it in like a rude confrontational way. They just know I just need clarification. So I'm not sitting at home, sitting down, wondering like, do they hate me now or something? Because I will sit there and do that, and I hate doing that. So the people that actually matter in my life, I will just ask straight up and like expect a straight up answer, I guess. Um. Oh wait, this is why she's called Gunther. Yes, because she's evil. Have you seen the video where Alice is teaching the cats how to draw the heart? Yes! Yes, I actually started doodling. I don't have. Do I have my iPad near me? I think I left my iPad somewhere else. But because I watched that, it made me want to try doodling them, and I started kind of doodling some Heartstopper stuff as well. But it's really, really cute. Isaac, I think that there's like a couple. I've tried to watch like a bunch of their interviews, and I hate it because for some reason on some of the videos like the background music is so loud. I feel like the drawing video was one of the ones where it's like the background music was so loud, and I don't even know why. But like I have like an audio thing where it's like it kind of bugs me. I love to be able to hear everything that someone's saying, especially if it doesn't have subtitles. And then if I turn it up to try to hear what they're saying, but the music's too loud, like it gets really like it gets a lot for me, and it was frustrating. But yes, I watched it, and I think it's really cute, and I think it's funny that like Kit was trying so hard to draw everything really well, and Kizzy was like really good at drawing everything, and then Yasmin, who's the one who's supposed to be the artist in the show, like could not draw. It was all very, the dynamic was very funny. Yeah, it can make excruciating when you're like, is it just my intrusive thoughts or is it real? It's so much better to explicitly talk about it. 100%. Yeah, 100%. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what mental illnesses are up here, but I am somebody who like I think I blow things out of proportion in my mind often, and I think I realize that, and then I get in this feedback loop where it's like I don't know how much to trust myself. Like there's a level where it's like I know I can't trust myself, but if I can't trust myself, then who am I supposed to trust? And then I get in this weird loop. So I try to do a thing where it's like I know who I can talk to straight up, and I know who's gonna tell me a straight up answer, and those are the people I genuinely feel like I can call my like friend, like best friends, like my really good friends, because and everything else, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna put it out there. And even though there's a voice in the back of my head telling me that that's not what they mean, and I know that realistically that's probably not what they mean. They probably mean XYZ instead of ABC. Like, I'm gonna be like, well, I told them that, okay, well, I'm gonna take ABC at face value, and they said okay. So they can't, like, they can be mad, but I can't get myself worked up when they get mad that they actually meant XYZ when they said ABC, and I told them I'm gonna take it as ABC, and I'm gonna be like, dude, that's on you then. Even though like that's not really how it plays out, but that's how what I try to tell myself, I guess. Oh, fair, yeah. Usually watch stuff with subtitles anyway, so I keep the volume down because most video producers are bad at mixing audio for some reason. Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I have to keep the subtitles on for everything, but there's sometimes you can tell when subtitles aren't being translated properly or they're not like actual translation. They're like the auto generated ones, and it's like I don't think that's what they're actually saying, and I'm like I need to double check. But yeah, a lot of people don't know how to mix audio for some reason. To be fair, I don't think I would know how to mix audio too. I think a lot of times my music is really like too loud or too quiet. But to be fair, I also can't play back like my on my streams. It's hard because like I can't hear what you guys are hearing, if that makes sense. I trust some of the games I play better than the people I know. Wait, what does that mean? Like you trust like you're like, hey, video game, please tell me what is the answer to life? Oh, it's nothing. Loki, Justin Press stream would go crazy. You're not wrong. Justin Press stream would go crazy. Also, hi Winter. Um, I played a lot of Justin Press with my friends. Actually, if you wanted to see me play Justin Press, I'm just kidding. Like a couple of weeks ago, I played a Justin Press while Manny was streaming. If you guys know Manny. Oh, totally. I trust the game to treat me better than some people would. Okay, no, yeah, 100%. I think I get what you mean now. I think. Sonic and Mario would never do me dirty. I don't trust Mario. Yes, I changed my hair color. I colored it for the first time. Well, I bleached it and for the first time ever. Well, I had that one strand. I don't know if you guys remember. I had like one strand in the back over here like died for like 6 months or something, a little bit more than that. And then this, I got it done at the beginning of July for my birthday. It was a birthday present. Also, does the lighter hair make me look older? Because me and my friend agreed that the me and one of my friends agreed that the lighter hair makes me look older, and then the other friend said no, it doesn't. And I was like, I think it's just the fact that you can tell it's colored makes me look older because it's like I'm old enough to color my hair. Like to have the money to do that. Rather than it's hard to tell if it's the color or the cut. That's fair. Also the bangs give me like I love having bangs, but I also feel like my bangs also sometimes give me Karen vibes. I also feel like short hair makes me look older. Hi Valor, how are you? Look, I look like an actual Karen now. I need to speak to your manager. Why did you say that again? Say that. Yeah, yeah. Wait till my lawyer hears about this. I'm sort of in that state. Most of the communities I'm a part of are starting to exclude me, so I'm trying to find a new one. I'm sorry you're feeling that way, and I'm sorry that's going on. But I promise, I promise that you'll find the right group of people one day. And there might be different types of the right groups of people at different eras of your life. Um, it does look like a mature style, and it looks really good. That's what I'm saying. Like I think it just looks more like, oh, I have the money to do my hair now. Karen Goose era, exactly. Um, I'm chill. Just got off stream and vibing at the moment. No, nice. What did you stream? How was it? I was trying to raid you, but it was disabled. Let's go, guys! It worked. I was literally just telling them. I was like, I need to disable raids. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I appreciate you trying, but I don't want raids anymore. I don't want it. At least not for Shields Up work, literally. At least I think for these streams where it's like I'm just fucking chilling and ranting, I don't want random ass people to come and be like, I know nothing about you, and you're sitting there talking about how you look like a Karen and how existence doesn't matter. But I think if I do ever get to the point where I'm actually doing the events that I want to do, maybe I'll have raids on when I'm doing the events, because obviously, like, if I'm like raising money for something, it'd be cool if people who want to support whatever it is that I'm trying to raise money for, like, could be introduced to it or whatever. I don't know. See, this is where like the business part of me and then the anxiety, like human being part of me is like, I don't know, because the business part's like, publicity is good publicity. All publicity is good publicity. The bugs in my brain, the bugs in my brain. But then the anxious like part of me that's like, oh, I just want to be who I am, and I don't want to feel stressed out about random ass people who didn't ask to see me having to be seen by like see me like. I feel it's too much pressure. Good night, Vic. I hope you sleep well and I hope you get to enjoy your next couple days. Bye-bye. Service workers everywhere about to get goosed. Exactly. You better watch out for the goose. Yeah. Played the 1,000-Year Door and some Unite. Oh, okay. The classics. Classic Valor vibes. We love it. Because also, like, rating is supposed to be, like, a nice thing. But tell me that there isn't, like, a pressure behind, like, a rating culture in Twitch. Like, not me, like, I feel like I'm making shit up now. But there's, like, a level of, like, it's so much. You get rated, and it's, like, there's, like, a script that you're supposed to say. If you don't say certain things or do specific things, it's, like, you're not grateful for the raid, and people, like, think that you're being rude. And then it's, like, well, if you get rated, and then, like, there's, like, a pressure to raid people back and stuff, and there's just, like, it's just too much. It's just, like, it's just too much when I just want to exist on the internet and be like, what's up? Shush! And, like, do goofy ass shit. Like, goofy ass shit, you know? And, like, it not matter. Like, not that it doesn't matter, but, like, there's times where I want to stream and it doesn't fucking matter, like, what I do or the fact that I even turned on stream. Like, I could turn off stream and it's, like, it never even happened. You already know I messed up on the Yoshi unhatching. Wait, what does that mean? How do you mess up? Yoshi was only half ready, half matured in the egg. We got a Yoshi sentry egg. There's like a whole script for it. Yeah, it makes sense if you don't want the pressure. Exactly. I think there's sometimes. Thank you for the follow, Seawoods. It's funny. It's cute that you responded to the stream elements. Yeah, it just. And also, like, I don't know, there's just, like, a level 2 where it's, like, I feel like when you do raids and stuff, there's a level that people kind of look at viewership, like, again, and it's, like, also, like, the kind of, like, the cloud chasey thing. It's, like, I wonder if sometimes people are, like, oh, I'm gonna raid you so you can raid me. Or, like, oh, I raid you, and it feels like it's charity work because you just have so much less viewers or followers or... It's like that mean girl in my head that lives there and that thinks that everybody else in the world's a mean girl when they're not. So basically I can get different color Yoshis and I wanted the black one but I accidentally got pink. Oh, I see. CJ would be fine or just Woods? Okay, I'll try my best, but I will probably just call you C Woods, but I will try my best to call you CJ. I'm calling everyone by I'm gonna say, like, I wanted to say government given names, but it's like self-given names. Okay, you chose that name for yourself. Okay, if you wanted to be called something else, you could have called yourself CJ_Woods, and I would call you CJ and or Woods, but you call yourself C Woods, so I'm gonna call you C Woods 8425. Okay, like you chose that for yourself. I hope you guys know I'm joking, obviously. I do try my best, but it's just hard for me to remember things. Hey, someone paid me $500 if I to do it, to call yourself C Woods 8425. Oh yes, of the 8425 family. Haven't you heard? Haven't I heard what? He's an 8425. Not the 8425s, the most prestigious family of the Twitch community. Anyways. Wait. Oh, so you people get confused of saying the word woods. Interesting. But I mean, if you got a PS4 out of it, hey, go piss girl. Get it. For raid is stream etiquette to appreciate the raid and say thank you. However, you don't owe anyone anything at the end of the day, and you don't need to reciprocate the gesture. You have the right to do. See, logically, that's the truth. And logically, I think not every, majority of the streamers know that logically, right? That it's like not, there's nothing required other than to say thank you, logically. But when we think about the subtle undertones of life, which the subtle undertones of life is like the things that eat me up inside, you know what I'm saying? It's like all this other shit's going on. And it's like, you can't help it. People are human beings. I think people just think, I do think people sometimes think about that. Like, I think it's unavoidable that sometimes people do think about that. I think there's a level of like, oh, this person's really cool and I want to go support them. And I think that's cool. But I think there's also that subtle undertone of things you just think about. Like, you know, when you go to rate someone, you're like, hey, I've rated this person 3 times now. They've never rated me. Maybe I should rate somebody else. You know? And then it's like, where is that stemming from? You know? Oh, I don't know. Am I crazy? You're crazy. I guess I'm googly goo. Anyways. Girl, I'm looking crazier and crazier as the minute passes. Anyways, people get confusing. Okay, oh yeah. Of the Northumberlandshire 8425. Exactly. They say, where you go in the woods? I just say, you call me. What? They say, where you go in the woods? I say, you call me. Wait, I don't get it. I don't know if I'm dumb. Makes sense for 2 hour. Valor gets it. Duck. The duck is very cute. You call me, I call you. You call me where you go in the woods. Wait, what? I do not condone this behavior. The more that C Woods 8425 talks, the more I think that the 8425 family is not as prestigious as I once were. I'm starting to worry about the state of the 8425 family line, if you understand what I'm saying. No, I understand your side from my point of view. If someone hates me, they hate me. If they love me, then they love me. I retired my mind from overthinking to adopt the middle of if F it, we ball. No, I wasn't calling you. I just was saying we should go to the woods. You know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? Bro, tell me why I was like, yes. Can I help you? Why you keep calling me? I looked at the time that I've been streaming. Like, I thought 5 minutes ago, and it said 55 minutes, and then I just looked down, and it's an hour and 48 minutes. So obviously it wasn't 5 minutes. It was like an hour, but... Hi, Waffle Waffle. How are you? No, I was just messing around. I'm just messing around. I wasn't actually calling your name, you see? The 8425 family must be slightly deranged at a time like this. But I swear that I am not constantly crying out for the member of the 8425 family confuse. I confuse. You confuse. We confuse together. And that's what community is all about. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, guys. I really appreciate your time. Make sure you say I love you to your mothers, as long as they also love you back. If they're a terrible mother, then you do not need to say I love you to your mother. Thank you for everybody who Classic Pawn. Oh wait, Sigil, did you know on Facebook I randomly stumbled upon a group that was like, the title was like a group where we all pretend to be moths, and I was like, why is this so targeted at me? And I joined it, and it was very interesting for like 5 minutes, and then it's like everyone just being like, I love lamps. And I'm like, okay, there's only so much where I can like read someone being like, you know what really gets me going? Lamp. And then it's like a picture of a light, and they're like, lamp, lamp, lamp. And that's like, yeah, there's only so much you can keep doing that until like you kind of just get over it, kind of thing. I know, I don't even know, I literally don't follow anything about moths, and I just randomly got recommended, like, hey, these are, like, Facebook groups that, like, might interest you, and it's, like, a group where we all pretend to be moths. I don't get it. Hi, Yash, M11, of the M11 clan. Welcome to our great dinner party that we are having today. How was your evening, day, or afternoon? Yes, this is a party. Can't you tell from the amazing music and vibes that we are having right now? Honestly, I don't even remember what the insect video that the moth thing came from. And I'm just kind of sad. I think I still have the channel. I just archived it, that I got rid of the chat that where we all decided if we were gonna be moths or moth rejectors. I don't even know. Where's spaghetti? You spaghetti. The spaghetti made out of the woods. Oh yeah, why were we watching that? I remember it now. Oh, because I was talking about the king beetles or something. I don't know. I just remember saying that like in Japan, you get beetles and you get them to fight each other. I remember that, but I don't remember if that was like the point. That's me. Oh, you have such a good memory. What the hell? Oh man. And that's the one reason why I don't want to delete my Discord, is like I'm gonna miss all those old memories that are on there, but I also do want like a fresh start. Girl, I'm scared of my Discord server. I don't know why. There's really no reason to be scared. But I think it's like, again, because I'm not active on anything anymore. It's like I feel like I'm gonna pop up and people are gonna expect me to be like how I was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and I'm gonna pull up and be like, "Yo, was good," and they're like, "That's not what you used to say," and I'm like, "Well, it's who I am now. It's who I've been the last year," and they're gonna be like, "Wrong. You're not being the right versions of yourself. Wrong. Incorrect. Who are you? Get out of here," and then I'm gonna cry, and I'm scared of that. Also, I feel like there's some people with some weird mindsets in my server sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you, because they're coming from my TikTok or whatever. Like random people join, you know, like a lot of random people are allowed to just join. So it's like people I don't even know, I've ever never interacted with, are probably there, and it's just like I'm scared of showing up and like not knowing what's gonna happen to me. Sorry. Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead. Ooh, look what you made me do. You know? Where are you from? That's a very complicated answer. It's a question with a very complicated answer. What do you mean by from? Yeah. No, I think I'd just rather restart. I think I just want to restart. I think I just want to make a new server. Start brand new. Which country? I was born in Japan. My mother is Japanese, and my father is American. Very white. Like the kind of American where it's like a mix of all the other whites and like he came across on the Mayflower. Well, not him specifically. His family who came across on the Mayflower type of energy. White. Not even like a fun kind of white where it's like, oh, he traveled here from Italy when he was 18. Like, not like that. I'm going cuckoo beans, guys. I'm losing it. It's past the bedtime that I told myself I probably shouldn't stream past 9 o'clock because I'm gonna start getting tired and I'm gonna be boring. Yeah, instead of getting boring, I think I just started going kooky. Euro, exactly. I think my dad technically mainly has Scottish bloodline or something because he's like, oh, Scotland is my land or something like that. And I almost doxed my last name, but yeah, he used to be like, this is we're the clan of this name and stuff. Hey, yo, what else means forest? The woods! Into the woods to grandmother's house. I'm half Italian, the rest Russian. Ooh, that's interesting. Why you call me? Why you call me? Why you in my chat? Yeah, you did. What are you talking about? Uh-huh. I feel like I'm being probed to say things that I don't mean. Zax! Hi. Hello. I'm yes. Hi. I'm going sleepy cookie beans. Sleepy cookie beans. Hello, hello. Hi, Zexy. How are you doing? Hey girl, hey. Also, like I'm sorry if you can hear my earbud cord. I'm taking my water bottle and like I don't know what I'm doing actually. I'm like and then like, you know? I don't know. You know? What have you been up to? What have you been up to, Zex? You have to carry this conversation now. It's your turn. We should have more fidget water bottles. You're coming up with some good ideas right now. We better patent this quick. I'm scared about going back to school if I do go back to school. Girl, I was not in the headspace to be learning when I was in university. And I'm very scared that's gonna happen. Goose fidget bottle trademark. Indeed. Indeed. You know, I try to brand things with geese, but then sometimes I look at like a real life goose and they're terrifying. There's nothing cute about real life geese. They should make a handle that can stick on anything. That's actually kind of genius. Life's been kind of rough, but trying to get by day. Oh, I hope not too rough. I don't know how rough means, but you know, we're here for you emotionally, mentally. I hope that we can be somewhere you feel comfortable. And it all will pass. I feel like I'm terrible at comforting people sometimes. And there will be a thing that will close it from not spilling. Do you guys remember those Gyro Bowl commercials back in the day? I really wanted a Gyro Bowl. What if we make like a Gyro Bowl water bottle that's a fidget? I thought that's why you like them, because they're silly, but also they will do an attack. Honestly, I don't even think I like geese. Whoa. I don't think I've ever admitted that out loud before. Who even am I? No, I think for a while there was lore that I wasn't actually a goose, I'm a duck that thinks they're a goose. Or something. That was like a lore, a subtle lore from back in the day. Um no, literally my name for everything actually came from a nickname my dad gave me as a kid, and it was just like the Instagram handle I had used when I first made my first Instagram. It was like, well, the Instagram I currently use, but it was like that was my first Instagram, and I couldn't think of a name, so I used that as the handle. And then yeah, when I made TikTok, I never meant to be famous. So I just made a random thing, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna shit post. And then I got 600 followers like the first day that I shit posted, and I was like, guess I'm famous now. This is who I am. Is Breeduck taken? I never even checked. But I do have like those couple like channels called Banana Milk, and I like that. I think Banana Milk's kind of cute because I also love banana milk, and it has my name Brie in it. And the branding of banana milk sounds cute because I could wear a banana suit and sit in a bathtub full of milk, and I'd be banana milk, but I'd be Brie Nana milk. And then I sell the bathwater. No one's ever done it before, so it's like I'm genius. Like I'm creating something brand new. The water duck. Now I'll be fine. It's nothing crazy, but it's just been rough with my job and living extremely frugal. Didn't exactly help going on vacay almost back to back. A homie of mine covered me because he wanted me along. Yes, I totally get what you mean, dude. I'm in the same place. Like, nothing crazy, but I'm definitely like, there's a little bit in my brain that's like, I'm going a little bit kooky because I went on a vacation back to back as well this month, and I was like, that was not a very good financial decision. Not water, bath nana milk. Indeed, exactly. Y'all fucking get it. Y'all just get it. You guys get me. Stop. Banana milk, very powerful. Exactly, and a delicious beverage. Going for his first swim. Be careful, Adam. Oh no, I don't think Adam survived. Adam, swim fast away. I'm free. Adam! Adam! Don't leave me! Adam! Adam was a brave soldier. He spent his last days dancing for us to cheer us up the best that he could. And waddling. And as soon as he saw his opportunity for freedom, he took it. And isn't that all what we're all trying to do? In many ways, Adam is a moral. As he tells a story that we all wish we could be a part of, the main character of, to be honest. And for that, we salute him, and we will remember him and honor him for the rest of our lives. Adam, please, live your free life with no limits. Know that you can do anything you put your mind to, and take care of yourself. Um, Definitely sitting at home playing games every day, most days, and staying up till the AM is not helping my. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Uh, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta. I don't know, cause like, what's the alternative? Like, if you don't have anything to do, like, you would just go to bed and then stay up all day just doing nothing. But it's like, it's hard. Life's rough. What are you doing for work right now? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to share if you don't care to. But I'm just curious, cause I totally get you. I haven't been playing games, but I've just been literally sitting around doing absolutely nothing most of my time, and that's not very. It's not very good for my mental. And I try to do things. I want to do things, but I don't even know where to start. And then I have anxiety. So then it's like, I really want to do it, but literally everything in my body is telling me not to do it, kind of thing. Does that make sense? Uh, Alternative before you is to go taekwondo or simply go on a walk. You know what? Those are good, both good options. Ask IDK what I should do tomorrow. Wake up. I'm hilarious, guys. Come on. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Right. I can't wait to stop this and go watch more Heartstopper. Bro, at this point, I'm so tired. I don't even think I'm gonna read. Oh my gosh, it's 10 o'clock. I should go. It's my bedtime. I want to read. But everybody, if I ever in my being, this is telling me I need to go finish rewatching season 2 of Heartstopper. I haven't been working for like over a month roughly. I was doing auto body prior, but understood how detailed it was and opted to switch back to auto tech. I see. Wait, I see, but I do not see. Like you were doing a job and then you decided you wanted to get a job doing auto tech instead of auto body, but you just haven't gotten that new job yet, kind of thing. That's what I understood it as, but I don't know if that's the truth. Hey, you wanna be my babe? Every time you see me bouncing deeper, deeper, babe. A, B, C, D, bomb, bokeh. How to fall in love, man, I got you, okay. I went to car, looked to car maintenance. I see. But you just haven't been able to get work during car maintenance. Right? Like you haven't been booked for anything? Or like you haven't been able to get a job? Sorry, I don't know. It's not your job to explain this to me. If you maybe you don't even want to talk about it. You don't have to tell me anything. You want to be like, you know what, Brie? I literally came here to like forget about my problems. So why the fuck are you asking me about them? You can totally say that, and I'm like, I get you, bro. But okay. I understand now. No work. I applied. Don't get an interview. Got it. Yeah, the working field has been a struggle. It seems like a lot of people have been having a hard time like getting jobs. Happy. I have nothing to hide. No, that's fair. I mean, I don't have things. Well, that's not true. I love to hide things, actually. But sometimes you just don't want to talk about it, and I get that too. Yeah, my friend that he just recently got a job too. I think that he had been looking for a job like for a little over a month before he even got something. And it's like he went to college, he has like a degree, like he's worked other job before, so he has experience with things. It just the work the what's it called? Job market. It ain't what it used to be. Announcement. We love Adam, but he fell off a cliff and died from fall damage. From fall damage from Minecraft, and someone came and ate him for dinner, and Adam served in the duck army against the frog army. He salute him, and we thank him for his service. Thank you for your service, Adam. You will be remembered, probably for a week, and then I will forget about you. Job market is crazy. That's what I've heard. That's why I'm not even trying, man. Can't get rejected if I don't even fucking try. Gotcha there. Yeah, no, it's bad. I don't know. I feel like I should get like a part-time job, but oh my gosh, thank you for the biddies. Thank you. Sorry, I don't have any alerts right now. The job market really whack right now. I can't sleep, but I need to be up at 5 so I can go on a run before I go to work. Why can't you sleep? You know what genuinely has been helping me? If you Google sleep time meditation. When I really can't sleep, man, those knock me out. The 10-minute ones, there's one that's like a blue one, like the screen is blue and it's a lady, like a cartoon lady doing a yoga pose, and it's like this person there like whispering, they're like
tell your body how much you appreciate your body for taking you through today, and let your body feel appreciated by your words.
I don't know why, but something about that like knocks me out, man. Um, you would forget Adam for the end of the week. Honestly, I'll probably forget who Adam is in like a day. To be completely honest, unless someone keeps reminding me, and then I'll try to remember. But also, Adam is such like a basic name. Like if you said like, "Oh, do you remember Adam?" I'm gonna think of I want you to think of a person, Adam, or like Adam and Eve, Adam, or like there's so many Adams to try to remember. You know. Hi horse, how are you? Drinking alcohol to sleep is like the worst. Don't fucking listen to him. That's like literally like the worst advice I've ever heard in my entire life. No clue, but I guess I'm back from the dead. Maybe try that. No, an ASMR VTuber, kind of, but it's like meditation. They'd be like,
Get yourself into a comfortable position.
it gives the same energy, to be honest, but it's like it's the way they talk about the way they talk, like what they say specifically. I don't know why there's like a specific video where the things that they say just make me feel calm. Because there's some sleep time meditation where I listen to it and I feel like so much more aware of everything and then I feel even more uncomfortable. But yeah. Let's do it. No, I just grabbed it. Girl, you guys are mentally ill, but me too, girl. I feel you. I literally have to have like something playing because I can't sleep without it. Like I cannot sleep in the quiet. I also like having a nightlight. I can't sleep in the dark most of the time. And then Indigo 2. Adam, the real star. The atom bomb, the atom bomb, the atom bomb, the atom bomb, the atom. You want a hug? What's going on, Valor? Why are you crying? What you crying about? Is it consistently about something or something new every day? If it's something new every day, I feel like that's better than crying about the same thing every single day, you know what I'm saying? I've been rough, man. Just been trying to find work while studying full time. Sounds rough. That does sound rough. What are you studying, if I can ask that? You need white noise for sleep. 100%. I can't let the thoughts, the bugs in my brain, you know what I'm saying? I used to have this really, really bad habit where I literally had to completely exhaust myself before I could sleep. So I would literally like stay up forever until I literally felt like I couldn't keep my eyes open. And that's the only way I could get myself to sleep without like having terrible like anxiety. But I've learned, I've adapted, I've grown as a human being. So instead of doing that, I try to do relaxing things that actually make me feel relaxed. It took me a really long time to figure out what those things were. But yeah. My mood goes up and down right now. Season of depression didn't hit yet. Oh yeah, girls. Are y'all gearing up? I swear this year was flown by because I feel like it just turned like warm seasons, but it's been like spring and summer already and it's about to turn into fall and winter. So the seasonal depression's coming back around. But I think I have the opposite of seasonal depression. Like I have seasonal depression in the summer and stuff because it's like so hot and I feel gross and disgusting and I feel like everyone's happy and living their best lives and something about that makes me feel miserable inside. Meanwhile, when it's cold, it's like I feel like I'm doing something right by staying in and being cozy and like less people want to do stuff and like whatever. And the only time that I get depressed when I realize I don't have family around me for like holiday stuff, but even then it's like at least I don't have to have the fucking pressure. Like, bro, I'm just living. I don't have to deal with everyone appeasing to everybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but um, well, something recently happened that scared my entire being, bro, what does that mean? I hope you're okay. I don't know why, but I don't know why that gave me that like vibe of like I just got diagnosed with a terminal illness. Like that's what it turned like that's what my brain went to immediately. I'll give it one more try, and if I don't go to bed in the next hour, I'll give you permission to throw haymakers at me until I get knocked out. Wait, what are haymakers? But yeah, I hope you have a good attempt to fall asleep. I'm a culinary student, so trying to find a job as a kitchen aide or commie chef. Commie chef. Puts on boxing gloves. Um, yeah, that sounds rough. I feel like especially pre-COVID, like shit's still rough when it comes to like those kinds of jobs. I feel like even like jobs that people quote unquote say are in demand is like hard. Oh my gosh, my friends are getting deep dish pizza. It looks so good. OMG. Wait, I'm kind of hungry. What if I make a late night meal? Oh my gosh, it's literally the middle of the night. I need to not eat right now, but like pizza sounds so good, but I don't even have pizza. But ramen noodles kind of sound good. Me, when someone says, want to eat ramen noodles and watch Heartstopper, just stop. Me, when that person is literally me right now to myself right now. I love myself sometimes. Oh my god, I think I'm in love. IDK, IDK, I want to share it yet, but I'm safe right now. Just need. Okay, yeah, for sure. Well, just know there's always things will always get better. Um, everything will be okay. Everything will turn out okay in the end. I was told shifts are always in high demand. Lots of work opportunities. Bro, where? Yeah, who told you that? Because I feel like maybe because I'm not in the industry, I wouldn't know. But like, I feel like that's not what I would think. I would think that chefs are like, I would think that it's a hard job to get into. Maybe like personal chefs and stuff are becoming more of like a thing now, I would assume. But like restaurants themselves, I feel like is also starting to kind of be like a dying thing. Like they're very stagnant. I don't think it's like, oh my god, like we're trying to pop up new restaurants left, right, and center kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the only like times I really see anything about really like new restaurants where like actual chefs, like proper chefs, is like in places like LA. I feel like it's a bit more common if you have like a specific cuisine or something you're opening up. But yeah. Um You're telling me a deep dish this pizza? Oh my gosh, when I was hanging out with my family, my little siblings kept on getting shrimp fried rice, and I literally kept on, like, literally multiple times in a sitting, I kept on being, you're telling me a shrimp fried this rice? You're telling me that? Like, I fucking believe that shit. No, no, the fuck, a shrimp did not fry this fucking rice. And they kept on. When I first said it, I said it with so much enthusiasm. I was like, you're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?" And they were like, "Huh?" I was like, "Shrimp fried rice? Like the shrimp fried the rice?" And then my sister was like, "No, the shrimp is like in the fried rice." And I was like, "No, dude, a shrimp literally fried that rice. That's crazy. That's like cannibalism, low key." Um, God damn it. I think I'm the best partner for myself. I also think I would hate myself. Oh, by the way, I'm not in America, so I think this is different over there. Where are you at? Also, I don't know, but I feel like in general, I feel like it could work across the board because after COVID, like, I think after COVID, the living culture of things have changed so much. New Zealand. Yeah, I don't know anything about New Zealand, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. How's it like living in New Zealand? Do you love it? I saw that somebody made a machine. You know Michael Reeves, like the guy who like makes those pointless. Well, that's so rude of me. Those people, the person who makes those really creative, interesting machinery. Like I saw like in one of his video that he was like there's like a convention for like making random stuff kind of thing, and somebody made a machine where a shrimp literally fries rice. Like a shrimp like walks around in a circle and it makes like a spoon spin around and then and like fry rice. You know, get what I'm saying? Yeah. Kiwi? Huh? Kiwi in New Zealand? We don't have much of a COVID problem here. Okay, well that's good. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, thank you so much for the sub. 10 months in a row. We have a 1-month-old baby together. That's crazy. It's like those machines that generate random input with a mouse. Exactly. It's kind of like that. Except for I don't know exactly. I have no idea what you're talking about, but exactly. No, I think I might have an idea what you're talking about. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought a kiwi was a bird. Isn't there like a little bird called a kiwi? New Zealand was one of the first countries to be COVID free after the national outbreak. That's actually really, really good. We still have a few cases, but it's been. I mean, like from America, we definitely are having spikes. Like over the last winter was pretty bad as far as I'm aware, because when I was working nursing, like we had a new spike in COVID cases. But I think mostly in America, COVID isn't really like an average American's worry anymore. Like we've mostly moved past that. But I think that again, it might be different because I don't know how long you guys were in lockdown and everything. But I feel like during the era of COVID, people's brain chemistry changed so much. Like I feel like kids don't really go to hang out at other kids' houses and stuff like that anymore. I think that was already something that was happening, but like especially because people growing up, like they had this whole like period of era of their lives where it's so much easier to just sit at home and like I think that the human brain tries to like do the easiest thing possible. So it's like I feel like there is like a group of, still people who make an effort to go out to eat and stuff like that with their friends. And of course that's always going to be like a thing, but I feel like it's a way less a thing now than it was back in the day. And like I feel like food is way much more expensive. Like I feel like dining out is more expensive. And again, that might also partly be because I moved to California, right? But it's like I feel like eating out is more of like a very luxury thing to do, and there's less and less like middle income to lower income families just going out to eat. And in my mind that means that there's less of a demand for chefs, and that's why I was like maybe it's switching more to like personal chefs. I feel like maybe there's more of like wealthy people like looking to have people come cook for them in their homes and things like that, or whatever it is. I can see that more, but I feel like the traditional like restaurant chef and stuff like that, I feel like that seems pretty stagnant. Like I don't see it as a growing career in my eyes. That's just me from like observing life. Like I often no statistics or anything like that. Just me making an estimated guess. A wait, I was making a what was it? What did they say in the Deadpool X Wolverine? I was making a wishful approximate approx or something like that. A hopeful guess or something like that. It's monkeypox now. IDK how severe the cases are. Oh yeah, I monkeypox I heard about that like a year ago too, like really crazy. Yeah, COVID was a huge change in the tides. Yeah, I don't think like at least like nowadays humanity will be ever be the same. Like I feel like maybe we'll eventually go back the way things were just out of like human instinct or whatever it was. But yeah, I just don't think it's gonna take a while for the world to recover from everything that happened. So oh, an educated wish. Thank you. Thank you. An educated wish. So you fucking lied? No, I made an educated wish. That shit took me out. Thank you for that. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh my god, it's been 30 minutes since I said an hour had passed. So now an hour and a half has passed. Math. Also, it's 10:20. I really should go to bed soon because I need to be up early because I have to be at the house to babysit at 8:30 a.m. And I like to what's it called? I'd like to take my time getting like waking up in the morning. I hate like waking up and just having to do something. Like I need time to just figure out who I am as a human being first thing in the morning. So I need to wake up at 7ish, and that means I need to be asleep in 40 minutes, which that's 2 episodes of Heartstopper before I go to bed. Will that be enough? I don't know, but I'm gonna try to make it enough. You know what I'm saying? Did you get the COVID shot? Yes, I got the Pfizer. So I got the Pfizer. You have to take 2 doses to get the full dose of the original shot, and I think I've gotten 2 or 3 boosters. So yes, and that's why I have autism. Sorry, that's not a funny joke. That's not even a fucking joke. That's not serious. Anyways, not measuring an episode. I guess I'll read the book tomorrow because I don't think the kids are gonna wake up as soon as I get there. I think the mom's gonna let them sleep in, hopefully. Okay, good night, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'll try to stream again tomorrow for day 4 of being consistent. I hope everybody has a good day tomorrow too. Sleep well. Take care of yourself. You matter. You're important. Your health and your safety and your emotions and your feelings matter. You're gonna get through whatever it is that you guys are going through. It's gonna be at least an all right day tomorrow. And if not, I guess we can come here and all talk about it together. And Gunther says bye too. Okie dokie. Goodbye. Bye bye. See you guys later. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. I'm gonna turn the music up as we conclude our session. This song is good. Enjoy. Good night. Goodbye. See y'all later. Peace out. Show me that trick